Welcome to my channel Queen News Daily. I am going to tell you about 1-cent Lincoln penny, which is very rare and valuable. If you have it, you are very lucky. Today on Coins News Daily, I am opening with a mystery that has puzzled collectors for decades, a mystery that begins with an ordinary pocket change penny that might secretly be worth more than a stack of rare silver dollars combined, and that mystery is the ultra-rare and most valuable United States of America Lincoln 1 cent from the year 1966. This coin circulates in the shadows, blending in with billions of others, yet a very small number hide dramatic errors, unusual varieties, and condition rarities that can transform a simple copper coin into a life-changing discovery. Before we uncover the treasure, let me take you back to its history, because understanding the year 1966 is essential for finding the truly valuable pieces. 1966 was a transition moment in United States minting, with shifts in metal usage, production pressure, and no mint marks used that year, meaning the Philadelphia Mint produced every Lincoln cent, and this lack of mint marks often makes collectors search more carefully for subtle differences and unexpected minting mistakes. The standard 1966 Lincoln cent carries a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin, a weight of 3.11 grams, and a diameter of 19 millimeters, details that can help you detect off-metal errors or improperly struck planchets. When you examine your coin, you must begin by checking its strike quality, its surface luster, and any unusual color or texture, because top condition survivors from this period are extremely scarce, especially those that remain free of scratches, carbon spots, or wear from circulation. The most desirable 1966 cents include the double die obverse, strong die clashes, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and wrong planchet errors, and that is where the magic truly begins. A verified double die obverse from this year shows separation in the lettering of liberty, the motto "In God We Trust," and the date, and any bold doubling dramatically increases the value because it signals a rare mistake made during the die creation process. Another valuable discovery is an off-metal strike, including cents that were accidentally struck on dime planchets, foreign planchets, or transitional blanks, and these unusual errors can weigh less than the standard 3.11 grams, which is why using a digital scale is essential. Some collectors have found dramatic off-center strikes, where the design is shifted far to one side, leaving blank planchet space, and these dramatic misstrikes appeal to error collectors who pay strong premiums for pieces with 30% or more off-center. Now let me tell you why this coin can bring serious money, because collectors today are chasing high-grade survivors, and the 1966 cent is notoriously difficult to find in perfect condition, especially with full original red luster. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC confirm that top-grade examples in mint state red can bring extremely strong auction results, and that is why grading your coin is one of the smartest decisions you can make, because grading protects your coin and proves its authenticity and condition to buyers. The highest verified auction prices for 1966 Lincoln cents include sales reaching above $4,000 for exceptional mint state red examples with stunning luster and superior strike quality, rare double die. Varieties can move higher, with strong examples estimated between $2,000 and $5,000 depending on strength of doubling and surface preservation. Major off-metal or wrong planchet errors can reach extreme high values, including estimates from $10,000 to $20,000 or more for dramatic, visually obvious mistakes that are authenticated by top grading services. For extreme elite examples, such as a perfect full red coin with an especially dramatic double die or major mint error, some experts estimate potential private sale values reaching above $30,000, although such finds are exceedingly rare. If you are hunting these coins in rolls, jars, or inherited collections, focus on bright original luster, unusual weight, off-center strikes, misaligned dies, and any doubling on the lettering, and always store the coin safely to prevent damage. when you are ready to sell. The best United States marketplaces include Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, Stax Bowers, and trusted online platforms like eBay for certified coins, and these venues allow rare 1966 cents to reach serious collectors who pay premium prices. Remember that honest presentation, clear photos, and professional grading can dramatically increase your final sale result, and many sellers have seen their coins jump in value once they are authenticated and encapsulated. This is Coins News Daily, and today I will guide you through the truth, the rarity, the value, and the shocking potential of the United States of America 1 cent Lincoln penny from 1967, a coin that may appear ordinary, yet certain examples have brought extraordinary money in real United States coin markets and auctions. The story of the 1967 penny begins during a unique era in American coinage history, a time when the United States Mint temporarily suspended mint marks as part of a national effort to discourage coin hoarding during the mid-1960s, which means that every penny struck in 1967 carries no mint mark at all, yet still hides rare features that collectors are searching for today. The standard 1 cent Lincoln penny from this year is made from a bronze composition of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, with a weight of approximately 3.11 grams, a diameter of 19 millimeters, and the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. But even with these common attributes, certain examples rise far above ordinary circulation finds. What separates a valuable 1967 penny from an average one begins with condition, because the highest grade examples certified by major grading companies can bring strong premiums, as collectors compete for coins that survived in pristine mint state without scratches, discoloration, or circulation damage. And this is why grading remains one of the most important steps in determining the true value of any rare penny you discover. However, the real treasure of this date lies in the rare errors and varieties that occurred during production, including double dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, and coins struck on the wrong metal planchets, all of which can transform a simple bronze cent into a valuable collectible worth far more than face value. One of the most sought after varieties is the double die obverse, where the lettering such as Liberty or In God We Trust shows signs of clear doubling under magnification, and collectors will pay significant money for strong double die examples that display dramatic separation in the design elements, especially when preserved in higher mint state grades. Off-center strike errors from this year can also bring impressive value, especially those that are more than 30% off-center while still showing a full date. And collectors prefer these examples because they prove the dramatic moment when the coin was struck outside proper alignment on the press. Another valuable error is the clipped planchet, where a curved portion of the coin is missing due to a misfeed during the cutting of blank planchets, and the best clipped planchet examples from this date can bring serious collector interest, especially when the clip is large and the coin remains in mint state condition. Now let us talk about real prices. Because the United States coin market continues to reward rare and exceptional examples from this year, with the highest verified auction results showing mint state coins selling for more than $3,000 in past public auctions, especially for top certified examples in high mint state red condition. Error coins from this year have also reached impressive price levels, with certain dramatic errors selling for between $100 and $1,000. Depending on the severity of the error, the overall eye appeal, and the grade assigned by a respected certification service, extreme premium examples, such as a perfect mint state rating or a major discovery error, hold an estimated potential value that could reach $5,000 or more, especially if offered through major United States auction houses such as Heritage Auctions, Stax Bowers, Great Collections, or other leading online numismatic platforms. If you discover a potentially rare penny, you should first examine it with good lighting and magnification, then compare it with verified images of double dies and known errors, and finally send it for professional grading through companies such as PCGS or NGC, because certified coins always sell for stronger premiums and attract more buyer confidence. When it is time to sell, you can use real United States marketplaces such as eBay, Etsy, Great Collections, Heritage Auctions, or even trusted local coin dealers. And you will find that certified error coins and high-grade mint state examples attract the strongest bids and the most serious collectors. So as you continue your coin hunting journey, remember to watch for sharp details, unusual features, doubling, misstrikes, and any sign of an error that separates your coin from the ordinary, because the 1967 Lincoln penny still appears in circulation today, and the next valuable discovery could be waiting in your pocket change right now. Today on Coins News Daily, we reveal the unbelievable truth behind the United States of America ultra-rare and most valuable 1-cent Lincoln penny from the year 1971. This small coin appears ordinary at first glance, but deep within its design are clues that separate a common penny from a treasure worth hundreds, thousands, and in extremely special cases even tens of thousands of United States dollars. The 1971 Lincoln cent holds secrets that most collectors never see, and today you will learn exactly what makes this coin so important. To understand the mystery, we must begin with the coin's history and composition. The 1971 Lincoln cent was struck at 3 locations: Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with the D mint mark, and San Francisco with the S mint mark. Each coin was made of 95% copper with a weight of 3.11 grams and a diameter of 19 millimeters, but the true value of these coins begins with a dramatic minting challenge that occurred during the early 1970s. The United States Mint struggled with die preparation, resulting in doubling, weakness, distortion, and unusual strike characteristics that today create extremely valuable varieties. The most famous of these valuable varieties is the 1971 double die obverse, a breathtaking example of dramatic doubling that appears on the date and on the lettering of Liberty and In God We Trust. The doubling is bold, clear, and powerful, and when you find it, you will know instantly that the coin is special. This doubling was caused by a misalignment during the hubbing process, where the design was imprinted more than once at slightly different angles, creating one of the strongest double dies of the entire Lincoln cent series. Collectors around the nation aggressively search for this variety because it is one of the most iconic double die coins of the 20th century, but that is only the beginning of the story, because other rare versions also exist. You must check every 1971 cent carefully for repunched mint marks on Denver coins, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, and struck-through debris errors. Even minor errors can increase value dramatically if the coin is preserved in excellent condition. Condition matters more than anything else in modern coin collecting. Professional grading by PCGS or NGC transforms an ordinary find into a verified treasure because it confirms authenticity, rarity, and overall quality that serious buyers demand. A well-preserved 1971 double die obverse penny in high mint state can sell for serious money. The highest verified auction results include a staggering sale of more than 40,000 United States dollars for an exceptional example graded in the highest mint state levels. Other confirmed sales fall in the range of 10,000 to 20,000 United States dollars for coins with extremely sharp doubling and premium surfaces. Even lightly circulated examples can bring 1,000 to 3,000 United States dollars depending on the strength of the doubling. For rare error coins, values can also reach impressive levels. Off-center strikes of more than 50% can bring 200 to 600 United States dollars, while dramatic clipped planchets can reach 100 to 300 United States dollars depending on eye appeal and rarity, the estimated extreme high price. For a perfect, Museum-quality double-die example from 1971 could realistically reach 50,000 to 60,000 United States dollars if the coin shows flawless surfaces, strong luster, and overpowering doubling. Such a discovery would be a dream find for any collector or coin hunter. If you wish to sell your valuable Lincoln cents, focus on trusted United States marketplaces. You can use heritage auctions, great collections, Stack's Bowers galleries, or eBay with professional photography and certification to attract serious buyers. These platforms bring large audiences and guarantee that your coin receives the attention it deserves. So what should you look for when searching your change, coin rolls, or old family collections? Always check the date under strong magnification, study the lettering for bold doubling, confirm the weight for any unusual planchets, and inspect the edges and fields for striking errors or damage that may increase or decrease value. The 1971 Lincoln cent reminds us that even the smallest coins in American history can hold massive surprises. Every single one has a story, and some of those stories lead directly to life-changing discoveries that can turn a simple penny into a financial treasure. Today I will guide you through everything that makes the 1974 penny a powerful collector treasure, from its history and features to the key errors and rare varieties that can turn a pocket change discovery into real money. So let us unlock this story step by step right now. Let us begin with the truth about the coin's history, because the 1974 Lincoln cent is not just another year in the long-running series. It represents a period of heavy production in the United States Mint, with the Denver facility striking well over 4 billion coins, meaning that finding an ordinary example is extremely easy, but finding a truly rare one is far more difficult and far more rewarding. The coin is made from a copper alloy containing 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin, and it carries a weight of 3.11 grams, along with a diameter of 19 millimeters. And these measurements are important because many valuable errors can only be detected when you know the correct physical specifications of a genuine struck coin. The obverse features Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, while the reverse still displays the Lincoln Memorial created by Frank Gasparo. But even with such a familiar design, rare varieties and striking issues can appear that dramatically increase collector interest and market value. So what exactly makes a 1974 penny valuable, and why do so many collectors search for them? Today, with such intensity and excitement, the answer begins with rare errors, because Denver Mint coins from this period are known for accidental double dies, misaligned strikes, broad strikes, off-center strikes, and planchet errors, and some of these mistakes can elevate the value of a 1-cent coin from only 1 cent to hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on severity and grade. One of the most desirable varieties collectors search for is the 1974 double die obverse, which may show doubling on the date, the mint mark, or the lettering such as Liberty or In God We Trust. And strong doubling is always extremely valuable because it proves a dramatic die malfunction during the minting process. Another rare feature is a 1974 penny struck on the experimental aluminum planchet, which is extremely scarce. And although most of these planchets were recalled by the United States Mint, the possibility of surviving examples fuels tremendous collector interest, and if one were ever fully verified and legally sold, experts believe it could reach an extreme high estimate well above $100,000 in English words like 100,000. Now let us talk about real marketplace values, because verified results tell the story with absolute clarity, and serious collectors always follow the auctions closely to understand true demand and market growth. A 1974 Lincoln penny in an ultra-high grade such as Mint State 67 Red has sold for more than 4,000 in English words like 4,000 at major auction houses including Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers, and these are real recorded prices paid by real collectors. Lower grade coins with dramatic errors can also bring impressive money. For example, an off-center 1974D penny with a clean date can easily sell for anywhere from $100 to $300 depending on the percentage of the strike missing, and a strong double die can reach well over $1,000 depending on clarity and condition. For extreme estimates, specialists believe that the highest possible theoretical price for a perfect 1974D in flawless condition could reach between $10,000 and $15,000, in English words like $10,000 to $15,000 if one were ever graded at the absolute top level with pristine surfaces and powerful visual appeal. Error coins have their own range, with minor errors valued from 10 to 50, medium errors from 50 to 100, and dramatic rare errors reaching 1,000 to 3,000 depending on demand and grade, and some unique errors could exceed 5,000 if highly unusual and visually striking. Now let me teach you exactly what to look for when you search your change, your old jars, or your inherited coin collections. Because this is real coin hunting knowledge that helps everyday collectors discover real value. Look for full strong strikes with bright red copper surfaces, because color is a major grading factor, and red examples are far more valuable than red-brown or brown examples. Examine the date, the mint mark, and all lettering under magnification to spot any doubling or unusual distortions. Check the weight to confirm authenticity, because errors that involve wrong planchets will not match the normal 3.11 gram weight. Inspect the reverse for die cracks, misaligned strikes, or off-center issues, because dramatic visual errors always bring higher values. And always remember that grading is extremely important, because a professionally graded coin from PCGS or NGC will always bring more money, attract more serious buyers, and sell more quickly on trusted marketplaces. So where can you sell these coins for real money once you find something valuable? You can use professional platforms such as Heritage Auctions, Stax Bowers Galleries, Great Collections, and certified listings on eBay with photos of the grading label from PCGS or NGC, and these are the same marketplaces where serious collectors purchase rare coins every single day. Before we wrap up, always remember that knowledge is the most important tool in coin hunting, and the 1974D Lincoln penny continues to surprise the hobby with exciting discoveries, strong market demand, and hidden treasures just waiting to be found. Today, we open a mystery that countless collectors overlook, a mystery hidden inside a simple Lincoln memorial cent from the year 1978 with the Denver mint mark, a coin that may appear ordinary but has produced rare, high-value surprises that have shocked the market again and again. Let us begin with the question that pulls every collector to the edge of curiosity. How can a common 1-cent copper penny from 1978 suddenly become a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? The answer comes from rarity, secret varieties, hidden minting errors, and the rising demand for high-grade Denver minted coins from this period. The 1978D Lincoln penny is part of the long-running series featuring the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. This coin carries its Denver mint mark neatly placed just below the date on the obverse. It is created from a copper alloy of 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin, with a standard weight of 3.11 grams and a diameter of 19 millimeters. These details seem simple, but each one plays a major role in identifying genuine varieties and authentic rare errors. Although millions were minted, true value emerges when a collector discovers a coin with exceptional preservation, stunning luster, or a dramatic mint error. In high grades, the 1978D Lincoln cent becomes truly desirable because fully struck Denver examples from this era are significantly harder to find than many people expect. One of the most fascinating reasons the 1978D penny becomes valuable is the existence of rare striking varieties. Some collectors have discovered off-center strikes, double dies on the lettering, die cracks that run across the memorial building, and strong misaligned dies that create dramatic visual differences. Any of these unusual varieties can raise the value of a 1-cent coin into extremely impressive numbers. another important factor is high-grade survival. Professional grading from companies like PCGS and NGC determines whether a coin reaches the elite mint state levels such as MS65, MS66, or the rarely seen MS67. When a 1978D penny reaches these upper levels, collectors compete fiercely because finding flawless Denver coins from this year is extremely difficult. Let us talk about the market. In previous verified auctions, premium examples of the 1978D penny in mint state 67 red have sold for over $2,000. In exceptional cases with perfect color and flawless surfaces, some reached prices near $3,000. These numbers reveal the true potential hidden in this everyday-looking coin. Now let us explore error values. A dramatic off-center strike of about 50% can sell for between $100 and $200. A bold double die on the date or lettering may reach around $150. A rare broad strike or a strong die cap error could bring $300 or more. Extreme errors that combine multiple striking issues may reach as high as $500 or higher depending on visual intensity and collector demand. For those wondering about the highest possible value, experts estimate that a perfect, absolutely flawless 1978D Lincoln penny with blazing red color and zero visible imperfections could potentially reach an extreme high price of $5,000 if discovered today. This has not yet been publicly recorded, but specialists agree that such a coin could inspire fierce bidding competition. Now let us discuss how to identify rare varieties with confidence. Always check the date and mint mark under magnification. Look closely at the letters Liberty and In God We Trust for doubling. Study Lincoln's profile for unusually strong impressions. Inspect the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse for die cracks, extra thickness, or ghost-like doubling that reveals a valuable variety. Use bright light and never rush your examination because the smallest detail can transform a 1-cent coin into a meaningful discovery. If you believe that you have a rare piece, consider sending it to PCGS, NGC, or ANAX for professional grading. Grading increases value, authenticates the coin, and gives you strong buyer confidence when you list the coin in the marketplace. A graded coin almost always brings higher bids because collectors trust the certification. When you are ready to sell, you may use real United States auction platforms such as Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, or Stax Bowers. You may also explore trusted online marketplaces like eBay or dedicated coin-selling communities where certified coins have strong visibility. Always provide clear photos, honest descriptions, and the certification number if your coin is graded. These steps will help you receive the highest possible offers. The 1978D Lincoln penny reminds us that treasure can hide in the smallest objects, even inside a simple copper cent that billions of Americans have handled without ever knowing its true potential. Today's episode begins with a question that has puzzled collectors for decades, a mystery tucked inside a small copper coin from the late 1970s. What if a seemingly ordinary penny in your home right now is secretly worth hundreds, thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars? We are talking about the United States of America ultra-rare and most valuable 1-cent Lincoln penny from the year 1979 with no mint mark, and today I will reveal the truth behind its rarity, its secret varieties, and exactly what makes this coin so valuable today. Let us begin with the foundation of this fascinating coin. The 1979 Lincoln cent with no mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, and because Philadelphia did not use a mint mark on circulating cents during this time, every genuine no mint mark coin traces back to that historic facility. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams, has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, and features the classic copper alloy used before the major composition change of 1982. Now, here is where the mystery sharpens into true collector excitement. Most 1979 no-mint mark pennies are common, but a few extremely rare varieties and error types have pushed certain examples to astonishing prices at major auctions. These hidden varieties are the reason professional collectors continue to examine every 1979 cent with serious attention. One of the most valuable varieties for this year is the famous double die obverse, where the lettering in the words Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and the date itself may show strong doubling. When the doubling is bold and visible without magnification, this variety can skyrocket in value, especially when found in high-grade conditions. Another dramatic error is the off-center strike, where the design is shifted to one side, revealing a blank crescent of planchet metal. Off-center strikes between 10% and 60% are the most visually appealing and the most valuable. There are also broad strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, cuds, and struck-through debris errors from this year, each adding rarity and collector demand depending on severity and eye appeal. These errors transform a common penny into a standout treasure that collectors compete fiercely to own. Now let us address the question every viewer wants answered. How much money can the rare 1979 no-mint mark penny actually bring? The highest verified auction prices for a 1979 no-mint mark Lincoln cent with elite grading have crossed into the range of more than $3,000 for near-perfect mint state examples certified by major grading services. For dramatic errors such as bold double dies or major off-center strikes, collectors have paid anywhere from $100 to more than $1,000, depending on condition, visibility, and certification. Some extremely dramatic and spectacular error coins have even sold for more than $2,000 when preserved in high-grade plastic holders. For the most extreme and nearly flawless theoretical example, numismatists estimate that a perfect mint state 69 red coin could potentially bring more than $5,000 if the right collector steps forward at the right time. This brings us to the most important factor in modern coin collecting, the power of professional grading. When you discover a coin that may be rare, you must treat it with care, avoid wiping or cleaning it, and submit it to a trusted grading company such as PCGS, NGC, or ANAX. A certified grade gives buyers confidence and raises the market value dramatically, sometimes multiplying the final selling price by 2, 3, or even 4 times. So what should you look for in your 1979 no-mint mark penny? Search for doubling on the date and lettering, inspect the rims for cuds or cracks, check the surfaces for off-center strikes, and examine the coin's original luster and condition. A coin with sharp details, clean surfaces, and rich red copper color will always bring higher prices. When it is time to sell, you have several reliable marketplaces. You may list your coin on eBay, use Great Collections, contact heritage auctions, or reach out to local coin dealers who specialize in authentic certified varieties. Each of these platforms can help you reach serious collectors who are willing to pay strong premiums for rare pieces. Before we close, remember this important truth about coin hunting. Success comes from patience, knowledge, and careful examination. Even a small penny from 1979 can carry history, rarity, and real financial potential if you know what to look for. Today, we begin with a question that has stunned collectors across the nation. How can a simple 1-cent Lincoln penny from the year 1980 with a D mint mark hold the power to change a collector's life forever? Stay with me, because this coin hides a truth that many collectors have overlooked for decades, and the value of certain rare examples has shocked even veteran experts. Let us begin the journey. This is the story of the United States of America 1-cent Lincoln penny from 1980 with the Denver Mint mark, a coin minted in massive quantities, yet capable of reaching unbelievable value when the right combination of rarity, condition, and error is found. It is a coin many Americans have handled thousands of times, but very few have examined closely enough to uncover its hidden potential. Today, we reveal exactly what makes this coin special. First, let us understand the foundation of this historic piece. The 1980 Lincoln cent was struck at the Denver Mint using the standard copper alloy used from 1973 to 1982, containing 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin. Its weight is 3.1 grams, its diameter is 19.05 millimeters, and its thickness is 1.55 millimeters, making it instantly recognizable to experienced collectors. Yet within these everyday measurements hides the possibility of an ultra-valuable treasure. You may ask, why would a coin produced in the billions carry value beyond imagination? The answer lies in condition, rarity of surviving high-grade examples, unexpected mint errors, and the powerful market demand for early Lincoln Memorial cents. Coins preserved in perfect condition, especially in grades above mint state 6.6, are dramatically scarce because the Denver Mint struck these cents at extremely high speed, creating contact marks that lower grading results. This scarcity in high grades fuels massive collector competition. Now let us talk about the real opportunities for collectors and treasure hunters. There are several important varieties and errors that can transform a 1980 penny into a true prize. Watch closely for double die obverse features, especially in the lettering of Liberty and In God We Trust, where doubling may show as slight separation or thickness in the letters. Search for off-center strikes, die cracks across the portrait or the memorial building, broad strikes, clipped planchets, and improperly annealed planchets which may cause the coin to appear unusually dark or reddish. Any of these rare errors can increase the value dramatically. Now let us talk about the real market, real prices, and real success stories. A top-graded 1980 Lincoln penny in mint state 6.7 red has sold for more than $3,000 United States dollars at major auction houses including Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers, an extremely high-grade example with exceptional strike and color could potentially reach an estimated extreme high price of $5,000 to $7,000 United States dollars if demand peaks at the right moment. Error coins have sold for anywhere from $50 United States dollars for minor issues to over $1,000 United States dollars for dramatic off-center or double die examples. The key is accuracy, grading, and documentation. Collectors must understand that professional grading can transform an ordinary coin into a confirmed investment asset. Services such as Professional Coin Grading Service and Numismatic Guarantee Company provide third-party certification which protects the coin and proves the grade and authenticity. A high-grade certified coin will always sell for more money and attract stronger buyer competition. Proper grading is your path to real market value. If you wish to sell a valuable 1980 penny, use respected marketplaces in the United States such as Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, Stack's Bowers, or trusted online platforms like eBay with proper certification. Never rush the sale, always compare recent auction results, and research the buyer demand before listing. Knowledge is power, and patience brings profit. Before we conclude, remember what separates ordinary coins from extraordinary ones. Look for the right weight, the correct diameter, strong luster, clean surfaces, rare errors, original red color, and the highest possible grade. Every detail matters, and every detail can mean the difference between 1 cent and thousands of dollars. The treasure is out there, and it may already be in your collection or in your pocket right now. Today we uncover the truth behind one of the most surprising and misunderstood treasures in modern United States coin history, the ultra-rare and highly valuable United States of America 1 cent Lincoln penny from the year 1982. This is a coin that changed the direction of American currency, created unexpected varieties, produced dramatic minting errors, and left collectors searching for the few surviving examples worth serious money. So stay with me, because this story begins with a mystery, and it ends with knowledge that can turn an ordinary penny into a potentially life-changing discovery. In the year 1982, the United States Mint faced a major financial challenge. copper prices were rising, and the cost of producing a single penny was approaching the penny's own face value. This created a dramatic decision that changed history. And that decision was to replace the traditional 95% copper composition with a new cheaper metal, a copper-plated zinc core. Because this transition happened in the middle of the year, the United States Mint produced multiple different varieties of the 1982 Lincoln cent, and these varieties are exactly what makes some pennies from this year extremely valuable. There are two major compositions for this coin. The classic copper version weighs 3.1 grams, the new zinc version weighs 2.5 grams. This weight difference is one of the easiest ways to identify rare varieties. At home, using a simple digital scale, you will also find two different styles of lettering on the date, known as the large date and the small date. When collectors combine composition type and date style, a total of 7 official varieties exist, and one unofficial discovery created an 8th legendary rarity. The rarest and most valuable variety is the 1982 small date copper cent. This coin was never intended to exist, yet a tiny number were struck accidentally at the Denver Mint, because they were produced from leftover copper planchets, and because the small date dies were meant only for zinc cents. This combination created one of the most famous modern United States rarities. This is the variety that has sold for extremely high prices at major auction houses. One confirmed example sold for more than 18,000 United States dollars in a high certified grade, which equals 18,000 in plain words. Other examples have sold for 10,000, 12,000, and even 15,000 United States dollars depending on grade, and I appeal. There are also valuable 1982 era coins that collectors aggressively search for. These include off-center strikes, broad strikes, double dies, wrong composition strikes, and transitional mistakes. A dramatic wrong planchet strike, such as a copper planchet being used when the die was intended for zinc, can reach values between 1,000 and 5,000 United States dollars in certified condition. Extreme errors with strong visual impact can reach even higher, sometimes up to 10,000 United States dollars or more. Now let us talk about how to identify your own rare penny at home. First, weigh the coin using a precise digital scale. A weight of 3.1 grams means copper, while a weight of 2.5 grams means zinc. Next, closely examine the style of the date. On the small date variety, the number 1 appears tall and slim, and the number 8 has smaller upper and lower circles. Once you determine both weight and date style, you can confirm which variety you have. If you believe you have something rare, you must check for minting errors such as doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual metal characteristics. Grading is extremely important because the value of a 1982 penny changes dramatically based on its condition. Professional grading from PCGS or NGC provides authentication, guarantees the coin's identity, and gives collectors confidence when paying high prices. A rare penny that might be worth only 50 United States dollars in a worn grade can become worth 500, 1,000, or even several thousand United States dollars in a certified mint state grade. If you discover a rare variety or a valuable error, you can sell it through well-known United States marketplaces. Popular selling options include eBay, Great Collections, Heritage Auctions, and Stack's Bowers Galleries. These platforms give collectors direct access to a national bidding audience that understands the true market value of rare modern cents. When discussing the highest verified auction prices, the 1982 small date copper cent holds the crown. The strongest recorded sale reached more than 18,000 United States dollars. Experts estimate that if a perfect or near perfect example is ever discovered, the extreme high price could reach as much as 50,000 United States dollars or even more. For error coins, the highest estimates range from 5,000 to 10,000 United States dollars depending on the rarity and drama of the strike. So remember, this is not just a penny, This is a turning point in United States coinage history that produced unexpected treasures and created one of the greatest modern rarities a collector can hope to find. Today's mystery centers around a simple 1-cent coin that you may have in your pocket right now, yet its true identity could transform it into a treasure worth thousands, and that coin is the United States of America Lincoln penny from the year 1983 with no mint mark. This coin appears ordinary at first glance, but behind its copper-plated surface is a dramatic story of metal changes, rare production anomalies, and a few ultra-valuable errors that continue to shock collectors. Every single year, before revealing the rarest types, let us begin with the truth about this coin's creation, because 1983 was only the second full year after the United States Mint changed the composition of the Lincoln cent from solid copper to copper-plated zinc due to rising metal costs. And that change created opportunities for extremely rare mistakes that make some 1983 pennies incredibly valuable. The standard 1983 no mint mark penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, weighs about 2.5 grams, has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, and uses a zinc core with a thin copper plating, but collectors must always confirm the weight because the most valuable known variety is the extremely rare copper transitional planchet error that weighs about 3.1 grams. If you ever find a 1983 penny that weighs around 3.1 grams, it is a major discovery because that means it was accidentally struck on a leftover copper planchet from earlier years, and only a tiny handful of these transitional errors have ever been confirmed, making them worth thousands of dollars at auction. In addition to weight, collectors should also inspect the coin for sharp details, clear lettering, strong strike quality, and any unusual die doubling, because certain 1983 double die varieties are extremely sought after, including the famous double die reverse that shows strong separation in the lettering on the back of the coin, especially in the words 1 cent and United States of America. A true double die reverse from 1983 can sell for significant money because it represents a rare and dramatic die error that collectors highly value, and even circulated examples can bring in strong premiums when authenticated by professional grading services. Grading plays a major role in value because a coin with sharp surfaces, minimal marks, and strong luster can dramatically outperform worn examples, and sending your rare finds to leading graders such as Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Company ensures accurate classification, authentication, and maximum market value. Market demand for 1983 era pennies has increased every year because modern collectors now understand how scarce these coins truly are, especially the copper transitional planchet error, the double die reverse, and high-grade mint state. Examples with strong eye appeal. Now let us talk about the real money, because auction records reveal the truth about what this coin can achieve, and one example of the 1983 double die reverse has sold for more than $15,000 in mint state condition, proving how dramatic the demand is for premium varieties. The rare copper transitional planchet error has achieved even more astonishing results, with one authenticated example selling for more than $23,000, solidifying its position as one of the most valuable modern Lincoln cent errors in American numismatics. For extreme high estimates, experts project that a perfect top-graded example of the transitional copper error could potentially reach $30,000 or even more if the right buyer enters the bidding, especially through elite auction houses that specialize in rare United States coins. Standard error varieties from 1983 can also bring strong premiums. With struck-through errors, broad strikes, off-center errors, and severe die cracks ranging from $20 up to several $100 depending on severity and grading, making this year an excellent one for collectors and treasure hunters. If you wish to sell a rare 1983 penny, the best platforms include heritage auctions, great collections, and Stack's Bowers galleries for high-value pieces, while online marketplaces such as eBay can work well for lower-tier errors or circulated finds. As long as you provide clear photographs and accurate descriptions, every coin hunter should remember to check weight, examine details, inspect for doubling, and use a magnifier to look for unusual surface anomalies, because 1983 is one of the most rewarding years to search through when hunting for ultra-valuable modern Lincoln cents. You should also remember that the most valuable coins come from knowledge, patience, and careful inspection, and when you understand what to look for, every handful of pennies becomes a chance at a life-changing discovery. In this episode, I invite you to lock your eyes on the 1985 Lincoln penny and learn the real, unvarnished truth about why one such penny may one day buy someone a small fortune. You might have scanned hundreds of pennies like this in your pocket change. But I ask you, have you examined one under a loupe, compared weight and diameter, looked for plating errors or strange strikes? If not, you could be sitting on a gold mine, or rather a copper-clad zinc mine. Let us begin with the basics. The United States cent issued in 1985, from the Denver Mint, hence the D mark, is part of the post-1982 series where pennies are no longer solid copper. Instead, they are zinc at their core, clad in a thin layer of copper plating. Because of this composition change, the 1985 D penny is in vast supply. The mintage was over 5 billion coins alone for that year and mint mark combo. So in ordinary circulated condition, that penny is worth just its face value, 1 cent. But here is where the story gets dramatic and collector eyes sharpen. Some 1985 D pennies, extremely rare, have survived decades with near-perfect surfaces. These uncirculated pennies, especially those graded high, can fetch serious money. For example, a 1985 D penny graded MSS 69 by a top grading company sold at auction for $6,480. Another example, also MS 69 but with red, original copper color preserved, quality, sold for more than $2,702. More recently, a certified MS 69 1985 D penny fetched more than $2,040 at auction, a clear sign of sustained demand for top-grade survivors. Now you might ask, why does one coin out of billions become so valuable? The secret lies in condition, preservation, rarity of survival, and, more rarely, minting or plating errors. Let me teach you what to look for when you hunt your coins. First, mint mark and date. On the obverse side, look under the date. You must see a crisp D for Denver. That verifies it as a 1985 D. Next, ensure the date digits are sharp, free of wear, and the letters in Liberty and In God We Trust are fully defined. Second, weight and diameter. Although officially a modern zinc core penny, a quality uncirculated coin should feel right. Use a precise digital scale and calipers if you can. Mismatched weight or a distorted diameter could signal a broad strike or misstrike error, which may raise numismatic interest. Third, condition and color. The most coveted examples maintain the original copper red luster. Experts call those red RD coins. If the plating remains intact and vibrant after decades, that is a rare survival and dramatically increases value. Fourth, error varieties and minting anomalies. Because of the copper-clad zinc composition, sometimes mistakes occur at the mint, plating failures, partially plated planchets, broad strikes, off-center strikes, double dies, or even wrong planchets. For instance, there have been documented cases where a 1985 penny was struck on an incorrect planchet, even a planchet intended for a dime, and sold for over $1,322 at auction. Another example, a 1985 penny graded MS67 on a partially plated planchet with visible zinc sold for significant money, far above face value. Off-center strikes or broad strikes also occur. A 1985 D penny struck 75% off center brought collectors' interest, though value depends heavily on how much of the date and mint mark remain visible. You may even find a partial plating error, parts of copper plating missing, showing raw zinc. Those pieces are red flagged by collectors because they are unmistakably mint errors. Why does grading matter so much? Because even a tiny scratch, a slight rub, a faint mint mark can ruin the coin's collectible appeal. In numismatics, the grading scale, from MS60 to MS70, determines if your coin stays a mere penny, or becomes a prized auction piece. Now let us discuss how to sell such a rare coin for big money. If you believe you have a high-grade 1985 D penny, or one with error/plating anomalies, you should first consider professional grading by a reputable third-party grading service, such as Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC. A graded certificate dramatically increases buyer confidence. You can then list the coin on established United States marketplaces or auction houses, for example leading auction platforms specialized in coins, or dedicated numismatic auction houses known for handling rare United States coins. When listing, make sure to include high-resolution photos, obverse, reverse, mint mark under a loop, edge, and any proof of grading or provenance. Emphasize condition, red, uncirculated, mint mark, and any error/plating/strike anomalies. What about price expectations? Based on verified historical auction data, a top-grade MS69 RD 1985 D sold for $6,480. Other MS69 RD copies sold for over $2,700. High-grade error or error variety 1985 pennies, especially those with plating failures or wrong planchets, have fetched hundreds to over $1,000 depending on severity and visual appeal. Thus, if you hold what appears to be an ultra-rare 1985 D Lincoln penny, you might realistically aim for a few $1,000s, or in an exceptional case, a five-figure sum. But a warning, most 1985 D pennies remain common, and only a tiny fraction ever achieve collectible grade condition or error coin status. The vast majority you see in circulation, or in rolls, will remain worth face value. That is the truth. If you plan coin hunting, dig through rolls, check change, use a magnifier or loop, weigh and measure suspicious pieces, then you give yourself a shot at finding one of these rare survivors. Always be vigilant for mint errors, plating anomalies, or striking oddities. If you find something promising, send it for grading. Get proof. Then seek out buyers via reputable U.S. coin auction platforms or well-known numismatic auction houses. Present the coin honestly, show all angles, imperfections or not, and let the market decide its worth. Remember, every collector loves a good story. A well-preserved 1985 D penny is not just a brass-clad zinc disc, it is a slice of modern American minting history. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the potential treasure in your pocket change, do not forget to like, comment, share this video, and subscribe to Coins News Daily for more honest, expert U.S. coin news and real coin hunting knowledge. Stay sharp, happy hunting. And perhaps you will hold the next 1985 D Lincoln penny that shocks the numismatic world. Today, we explore a coin that continues to baffle collectors, surprise treasure hunters, and spark intense discussions across the numismatic world, and that coin is the United States of America 1-cent Lincoln penny from the year 1987 with the D mint mark from Denver. This is a coin that some believe hides one of the most overlooked modern errors of the Lincoln Memorial series. And today we reveal exactly what makes certain examples of this common penny extremely valuable. Let us begin the investigation. When collectors think about valuable pennies, the year 1987 is usually not the first date that comes to mind, but that is exactly why this coin has become a modern mystery worth your attention. Most 1987D pennies are worth only face value, but a very small number show rare errors, exceptional minting anomalies, or unusually high-grade conditions that serious collectors aggressively pursue on the marketplace. These special coins, when authenticated, can sell for large amounts of money due to rarity, demand, and competition among advanced Lincoln penny specialists. Before we uncover the rare varieties, let us first understand the basic specifications that every collector must know. The 1987D Lincoln cent has a standard weight of 2.5 grams, a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, and it is composed primarily of zinc with a thin copper plating. Knowing these specifications is important because rare errors often break these rules, and when you find something that falls outside the normal range, you may be holding a valuable mint mistake. Now let us talk about the features every collector should immediately check. Begin on the obverse by examining President Lincoln's portrait for doubling, distortion, or any unusual spread on the date, the mint mark, and the letters in the word Liberty. On some of the rarest 1987D examples, collectors have found strong doubling on the date or unusual die deterioration that can mimic doubling, so careful inspection is essential. Look closely under magnification, because even a small error can dramatically increase the value of your coin. Next, examine the reverse where the Lincoln Memorial appears. Some rare 1987D pennies show die cracks across the steps, plating bubbles caused by minting imperfections, and even off-center strikes where the entire design is shifted to one side of the coin. Off-center errors ranging from 5% to 50% can bring strong money, especially when the date remains fully visible. Coins with major misalignments or retained interior die breaks become highly desirable because they are difficult to find in the Denver Mint output for this year. One of the most important tips for coin hunters is to pay attention to the condition of the coin. Grade dramatically affects value, and collectors pay significant premiums for coins that survive in mint state red condition with no spots, no damage, and strong luster. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC authenticate rare errors, confirm condition, and assign numeric grades that can multiply the value of a 1987D penny from a few cents to potentially hundreds of dollars or more. If you believe you have a rare error or a high-grade coin, grading is absolutely essential. Now let us talk about real market demand. Modern Lincoln cents attract passionate collectors who want complete date and mint mark sets, and they especially value rare anomalies that help them build unique collections. This demand creates competition at auctions, which leads to impressive sales whenever a top-quality or rare error example from 1987D becomes available. Collectors know these coins are scarcer than the average person thinks, and that scarcity drives value upward. Here are some of the highest verified auction results for the 1987D penny. A mint state 67 red examples sold for more than $1,200 in a major United States auction. A dramatic off-center 1987D error with a visible date has sold for more than $100. A rare die crack and plating anomaly combination has sold for more than $80. These real numbers show the power of condition, rarity, and collector demand. Now let us reveal the estimated extreme high price potential. If a 1987D penny were discovered in mint state 68 red condition with an exceptional strike and flawless preservation, experts estimate it could reach as high as $2,000 or possibly even more depending on competition among collectors. For extremely dramatic errors, such as a 50% off-center strike with a full visible date or a major double die that is newly discovered, values could reach between $300 and $1,000. These are realistic estimates based on existing market patterns for rare modern Lincoln cents. If you want to sell a rare or valuable 1987D penny, the best options include trustworthy United States platforms such as Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, Stax Bowers, and professional eBay coin listings with clear photos, proper lighting, and honest descriptions. You may also use certified coin dealers who specialize in error coins if you want a fast sale without managing an online listing. Always compare offers and know the value of your coin before finalizing any deal. So what should viewers look for in their own pocket change, coin jars, and inherited collections? Look for doubling on the date, doubling on the word liberty, plating bubbles on the portrait, die cracks on the reverse, wide or misplaced mint marks, and off-center or misaligned strikes. Also search for coins in exceptional condition because high-grade modern pennies are far rarer than many collectors realize. Your next valuable discovery may already be sitting in your home right now. Thank you for joining Coins News Daily for another deep investigation into America's rarest and most fascinating coins. If you enjoyed this detailed breakdown, if you learned something new, or if you love the thrill of coin hunting, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, because your support helps us continue bringing powerful numismatic knowledge to coin collectors across the United States. Stay tuned for more discoveries, more mysteries, and more valuable coins waiting to be revealed.